You know that little voice in your head that loves to question everything you do? You know it, right? Or is it just a voice in my head that's doubting myself? Even if I might be wrong, I assume you also have this restless inner critic living in your mind like mine. And I don't even think they sound so different. Mine shows up with a constant effort to doubt my talents, my decisions, or even just my ability to get through the day without tripping over my own feet. Which, by the way, I do. A lot. Some days I question everything I do. I guess my inner critic wants to ensure I'm truly capable and whether that's even possible. Because whatever I do, it's never satisfied. And it can go on and on with these questions. It's like baking a cake and halfway through realizing maybe I should make a muffin instead. Or sometimes not being sure if I even like cake. I can't decide on the flavor, so I'd rather not start at all. Not knowing why I started in the first place. Is it the idea of the cake or my desire to eat it? Is it still fun if I made a bad one? Am I being honest with myself? Am I self-sabotaging my dreams? Maybe I can just order one instead. Seriously, I would be a millionaire if I had $1 for every question I ask with self-doubt. I've tried to overcome it in many ways, but no matter how hard I try, I can't pretend I don't hear that voice. Though, as I grow older, I've started to see that the only way to overcome it is to keep going despite that voice, with that voice. So you're not actually overcoming it, but rather try to help it settle in a place in your mind so that it doesn't rule your decisions. You do whatever you have in your mind, your heart, your soul, with your whole being. As you keep going, the voice doesn't disappear. It changes shape, finds something else to latch onto, sees other problems, and creates new ones. But there is something hidden in continuing down the path. For one, I see that no matter what, the voice comes with a different excuse each time, meaning I understand that I can never satisfy it 100%. For two, now that I have gained some life experience, I can clearly see that this inner voice sometimes speaks so convincingly that it feels right to believe it. However, as time goes by, I realize how misguided my thoughts were. For example, have you ever allowed this voice to express whatever it wants? I have. I sat down and wrote all its harsh critiques, pages filled with both valid and invalid harsh words. When those thoughts stood before me like a mountain, I was somewhat shocked. If this voice is always hunting for mistakes and faults in everything, I realize I can't rely on it. And for three, I remind myself that if I don't do what's on my mind, I gain nothing and lose nothing. This nothingness gives a sense of comfort, it's true, but not trying at all makes me feel like I've lost already. I know, life isn't just about outcomes. It's not about winning, losing, improving, or anything like that. It's just life. We just live. But these ideas and inspirations finds their way to us. And if an idea or an inspiration comes to you, there's a reason for it. Think about it. Millions of different people, different lives, countless experiences from various backgrounds and ancestors. And this thought, whatever it is, found you, was born in you. Maybe it came to you just like that and made you very excited, or you haven't been able to get it out of your mind for a long time. Shouldn't we honor that? Do you know Mel Robbins' TED Talk from 2011 where she says the odds of you being born on your birthday to your parents with your DNA structure at the exact moment you were born, given the entire history of the world, are 1 in 400 trillion? I don't think any math equation would be enough to describe, and I don't know how to calculate it, but consider the probability of an idea that excites you to your core coming to your mind. It's truly a miracle that's worth fighting for. Of course, our inner critic is also trying to protect us. It does its best to keep us in the familiar, even if it's uncomfortable, dull, or cramped, because the alternative is filled with unknowns and it can be terrifying. Even though chasing dreams and pursuing things that excite us brings wonderful things into our lives, it involves change. Whether the outcome is good or bad, stepping outside our comfort zone is challenging. Throughout our lives, the beliefs we have absorbed from society, family, and friends accumulate, turning this judgmental voice into someone we almost see as justified. I can't deny its logic. It does make sense, but we all know it's exaggerated. And one mistake it makes is ignoring this miracle altogether. The only things it sees are our flaws and things that need fixing. It views these from a negative perspective, but are they really that bad? And I think deep down, we all know that we are whole. We cannot be our better or worse selves. Every single aspect of us, including the ones we see as flaws, makes us who we are. Our flaws and doubts are not barriers, they are part of our existence. They shape our perspectives, influence our decisions, and contribute to the unique stories we have to tell. And what we learn on this journey is uniquely ours. No one else can follow the exact path we tread. It's tailored for our growth. Even when the road seems rocky and the end goal unclear, the act of moving forward, of staying true to our dreams and aspirations, is where we are meant to be. Even making a U-turn is part of the journey, because it's never about one single road. Life itself is the real road we are on. And this journey isn't solely about reaching a destination. It's about the growth we experience along the way. Each step forward, despite the doubts echoing in our minds, is a step we're taking toward ourselves. And through it all, we come to realize that the miracle lies not only in the dreams that inspire us, but in the courage to pursue them despite the odds. Each idea that sparks within us is not just a thought, it's a miracle waiting to be explored. Because this thing inside you that lights up when you listen to these words can only come to life from you. And it's not only here to be born, but to guide you along the way. I keep reminding myself that I'm just living, not even trying my best because I don't know what the hell that means. I don't want to compare my days according to how productive I was, how much steps I took to pursue my dreams, whether I let go of my dreams or not, whether if they are worth fighting for. I just want to trust the spark in me, follow it however I can. And yes, sometimes I have to push myself a little, but at the same time knowing where to stop and pause. I can not only trust the self-doubting inner critic because now I can see there are so many different parts in me that are waiting for me to be. And whatever you call it, self-love, self-compassion, being your bestie, having the universe by your side, we are the ones to decide who we are going to truly be, and we already have whatever we think we need.